Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaste. Now we are moving to chapter number 5 of Natya Shastra, Purva Ranga Vidhanam. What is Purva Ranga? This chapter talks about the preliminaries of a play. Purva, prior, Ranga, the stage. So, before we start performance of a drama or any natya, what should we do earlier to that is explained here by Bharata. He says the commencement of a performance should be done in a systematic way. That is given in this chapter, Purva Ranga Vidhanam. Here, the sages question Bharata that as Bharata has told about the Karanas and Angaharas and it will be performed in a Purva Ranga. So, the sages ask how it has to be performed. What is a Purva Ranga? Can you please explain us about a Purva Ranga? So, then Bharata starts explaining the elements of Purva Ranga here. The sages say, we have known about the origin, the Jarjara and the Puja and Devata Puja and also the Karanas and the Angaharas as explained by you, Bharata. So, let us also know about the details of Purva Ranga. This is a question by the sages. Bharata, after listening to them, now starts explaining the preliminaries as well as the Pada Bhaga, the Kalas and the Gati, the walking around elements, what are to be done during the preliminary of a performance. So, he says, it is called Purva Ranga because it is done in the beginning of the performance. Yasmat Ranga Prayogo Ayam Purvameva Prayujyate Tasmadayam Purva Rango Vigneyo Atra Dvijottamaha. Please understand, as it is performed in the beginning, it is called Purva Ranga. Asya Angani. What are the Angas? What are the different parts of these? He says, they are Pratyahara, Avatarana, Aramba, Ashravana, Vaktrapani, Parighattana, Sanghotana, Margasarita, Asarita, etc., which are performed behind the curtain. So, the elements of a Purva Ranga are segregated as that which are performed behind the curtain and that which are performed after the curtain is raised. That is Antaryavanika and Bahiryavanika. The Bahiryavanika elements are, after removing the curtain, the dance recitals which are to be played along with the musical instruments such as Madraka, Vardhamanaka, etc. in Utthapana, Parivartana, Nandi, Sushkapakrishta, Rangadvara, Chari, Mahachari, Trigata and Prarochana. These are the elements under Bahiryavanika. Let us now see the shloka which details. He says, Pratyaharo avataranam tata hi aramba evacha ashravana vaktrapanis तथा च परिघट्टना संघोटना ततः कार्या मार्गासारितमेव च ज्येष्ठ मध्य कनिष्ठा च तथैव अवसारिता क्रिया. Thus these are listed. Then he says tatascha utthapanam karyam परिवर्तनमेव च नान्धि शुष्कापकृष्टा च रंगद्वारं तथैव च चारी चैव ततः कार्या महाचारी तथैव च त्रिकं प्ररोचना चापि पूर्वरंगे भवन्ति. These are the elements enlisted by Bharata as a shloka. So now these are explained in detail by Bharata. So as I told you, the Avali is given, the numbers of Antaryavanika and Bahiryavanika, behind the curtain and after the curtain is raised. And now the explanation is given. What is Pratyahara? Arranging of the musical instruments Kutapa is called Pratyahara. Kutapasya tu vinyasaha Pratyahara iti smritaha. So this is Pratyahara. Yatha avataranam proktam gayakanam niveshanam. When the gayaka, the singers, enter and sit, they are seated on their places, then it is called avatarana. So, when you see the present day performance, all these are done behind the curtain. So, the artists come along and take their seats. The instruments are first laid down in the proper way, and then the artists come and take their seats. The next one is Arambha. Parigita Kriyarambha Arambha iti kirtitaha. So the commencement of the vocal exercises for singing is called Arambha. That is, they just check the Shruti first. They first check the Shruti, they check their throat, and that is called Arambha. Next is Ashravana. Atodya Ranjanartam tu Bhaved Ashravana Vidhi. Adjusting the musical instruments for playing them properly in a due manner is called Ashravana. So, how to play the instruments? Adjusting the sound of the instruments is called Ashravana. So, the artists come and sit, the vocalist starts their voice testing, and the instrument starts testing their instruments, and now each and every instrument is tested individually and collectively. That is what we do now for sound checking, right? Vadya vritti vibhagartam vaktrapanir vidiyate. Vaktrapani, rehearsing the different styles. Vadya vritti, varieties, the styles of Vadya, playing the musical instruments. That is called Vaktrapani. Then, Tantrayojaha Karanartham tu Bhavecha Parighattana. The Parighattana is the use of the string instruments, Tantri, Tatavadya. Tantrayojaha, the string instruments are adjusted accordingly. That is called Parighattana. Then comes Sanghotana. Tata Pani Vibhagartam Bhavet Sanghotana Vidhi. Sanghotana is rehearsing using the different hand poses all together performed. Then next comes Tantri Bhanda Samayogan Marga Sarita Mishyate. The playing together, this is only all together, of the drums and the string instruments is called the Marga Sarita, connected together. Then comes Asarita. कलापात विभागार्थं भवेदासारित क्रिया कीर्तनात् देवतानां च ज्ञेयो गीतविधिस्तथा. Even now we have the invocation to the gods. Kirtana devatanam. When the song is sung in praise of the devatas, in glory of the gods, it is asarita. So it is for practicing the different kalas, that is kala bhaga, different patterns of calculations. So we have the different elements of Vaktrapani, Parighattana, Sanghotana, Marga, Asarita, everything connected with, and the Asaritas performed. And the Gita Vidhi is the application of the songs in singing the glory of the gods. Thus ends the Antaryavanika, and then comes Bahiryavanika. The raise of the curtain is done. Even now we see, as the invocation is performed on stage, the curtain goes up. Till now this is followed. So what is done behind the curtain is known as a procedure which is followed now. Then coming to Bahiryavanika, we have Uttapana. Ataha param pravakshyami cha uttapana vidikriyam. Yasmat utthapayantyadau prayogam nandi patakaha. Purvameva tu range asmin tasmat utthapanam smritam. This is a beautiful shloka which says, Uttapana is literally raising. This is named as Uttapana because this starts with the stage performance. Uttapana is considered as the beginning of the performance where the character enters. The Nandi comes under this. Of course, it is elaborated here. So the entry of the Sutradhara can be taken into consideration. Then it is Parivartana. As the Sutradhara enters, he goes around the stage. Either the Sutradhara alone or with the Paripashvakas. In the Parivartana, the guardian deities of the worlds are praised. They are on the sides of our auditorium, right? That is why they say that we have to come around the stage and offer our pranams to the guarding deities. So that is how Parivartana is done. Then comes the benediction, that is the third one, which is Nandi. Nandi is to be taken as the benediction, and it is to be called because it must always include the invoking of the gods and the kings and the Brahmins. So it is the invocation part of the performance. So it is called Nandi, which is by the Sutradhara, uttered by the Sutradhara. Entry of the Sutradhara is Uttapana. Parivartana is taking a rotation on the stage, and then he recites the Nandi. Then comes Sushkavakrishta Dhruva. What is this? The benedictory verse. Avakrishta is composed of meaningless words, meaningless syllables, and it is called Sushka Avakrishta. Sushka Avakrishta. It indicates the verses in glory of the Jarjara. It has to be addressed by the Sutradhara. It is like a mantra the meaning is condensed and it is to be addressed by Sutradhara. So, starting from Uttapana, then walking around, the Parivartana, the shloka is Yasmacha Lokapalanam Parivritya Chaturdisham Vandanani Prakurvanti Tasmatu Parivartanam. The shloka for Nandi. Ashir Vachana Samyukta Nityam Yasmat Pravartate Deva Dvija Nripadinam Tasmat Nandi iti Samhita. This is called Nandi. The verse which talks about Sushkava Krishna Dhruva. Atra Sushkaksharayireva hi apakrishta dhruva yataha tasmat chushkapakrishta eva jarjara shloka darshita. So, it is a shloka which talks about the jarjara. Then the next element is Rangadwara. What is Rangadwara? The shloka says, Yasmat abhinayas tatra pratamam hi avataryate Rangadwara mato gneyam vag anga abhinayatmakam. So, the Rangadwara is so called because from this part commences the performance as such, which includes the Vachika and Anga Abhinayatmaka. So, the Angika and the Vachika starts from this portion. Of course, in the Nandi, the recitation of the Nandi is still done, and of course, when we move on, we will know how the same Nandi can be presented as a Chitra Purvaranga, variety, variegated introduction. So, this Rangadwara is the beginning of the action, Abhinaya. Then comes Chari and Mahachari. What is Chari? The earlier Karana we saw in the 4th chapter and the Chari, which is the leg movement. Here this term is also known as Chari. Here it represents the movements of the body. Shringarasya pracharanat Chari samparikirtita. That which has the element of Shringara. Here movements of Shringara is to be known as Chari. Rautra pracharanat chapi mahachari iti kirtita. Whatever is performed or delineates the furious rasa is called Mahachari. So, in the performance of the Purvaranga, of course, we should be able to give the audience the base of the story to be delineated or depicted later. So, the Shringara element in the story will be brought in through this Charis, and the Raudra and the Uddhata Prayoga of the performance will be brought in with this element of Mahachari. The next aspect is called Trigata. What is Trigata? Vidushakaha Sutradharas tatha vai pariparshvakaha yatra kurvanti sanjalpam tatrapi trigatam smritam. This is called Trigata. What is called Trigata? The conversation of the Sutradhara, the director of the play, Pariparshvaka, the assistants of the play, of course, along with the jester, Vidushaka, and this is called Trigata. So, there are 3 persons. One can be a Pariparshvaka, one can be Vidushaka and the main person can be Sutradhara. And sometimes there are two Paripashvakas, one act as a Vidushaka. And when they talk with each other and act, it is called Trigata. Then comes Prarochana. Upekshepena karyasya hetu yukti samashraya siddhenamantrana yatu vigneya sa prarochana. An appeal with a view to success which is made by the director, the Sutradhara, after suggesting the karya of the play in hand with proper reasoning and arguments is called Prarochana. So this Prarochana is an element of Vachika Abhinaya where the action is explained, the suggested, that is the suggestion of the drama as such is given here. The theme of the drama is suggested here. If you see, there are plays where the Paripashvakas discuss about the theme of the upcoming drama, because this is Purva Ranga. So this is an introduction. So here Sutradhara and the Paripashvaka and the Vidushaka gives an introduction to the play. That is how the elements of Bahiryavanika are described by Bharata here. That is, the aspects to be performed after the curtain is raised is known as Bahiryavanika. Then Bharata moves on to explain the Bahirgita and its justification. So what is Bahirgita? He says, I shall now describe in detail the Ashravana which is included in Bahirgita and shall speak of its origin as well as justification. So the songs performed here are explained in this chapter. The songs are in 7 forms, he says. What are they? Bahirgita vidau samyak utpattim karanam tata chitra dakshina vrittau tu sapta rupe pravartite sa upohane sa nirgite devastuti abhinandite naradadhyaihi cha gandharvaihi sabhayam devadanavaha. These are the 7 forms. When the songs in the 7 forms and the Chitra and Dakshina Margas together with the Upohana and the Nirgita were started by the musical experts like Narada in praise of God, all the gods and the Danavas in the assembly were made to hear the Nirgita performed with proper tempo and time beat. So here he mentions about the Nirgita. It's an interesting term which has more laya and tala. Even now we have the Mela Prapti which starts with the Mela. Even in the other Kerala forms we have the Purappad. So this is Nirgita. Without the Gita, the Vadya is performed with proper Talam. Nirgitam Shravita Samyak Layatala Samanvitam. What is this? Layatala Samanvitam, which is a combination of Laya and Tala. Tatu Shrutva tu Shubham Ganam Devastuti Ityabhinanditam Abhavan Kshubitaha Sarve Matsa Tatshutva tu Shubham Ganam Devastuti Abhinanditam. This shloka beautifully explains how this Nirgitam was sung, the combination of Laya and Tala. And on hearing this happy songs praising the gods, the Daityas and the Rakshasas were all provoked of jealousy. So here the instrumentation is actually for the Daityas and the Danavas. The performance of the Vadyas. So the Gita, the 7 varieties of songs were liked by the Devas. So the Daityas and the Rakshasas and the Danavas say that the songs were liked by the Devas, but now we like this Nirgita, which is full of sound with the Mridanga, Panava, Dardura and all the percussion instruments, the Tala and Laya. So this pleases us, they say. That is how the Gita pleases the gods, and the Nirgita, which is full of musical instrumental play, pleases the Daityas and Dhanavas. Here is a small interesting episode. The gods are pleased with the Gita and the Daityas pleased with the Nirgita, and they ask them to perform the Nirgita again and again, the musical instrumental fusion. And there is a fight between them, the Devas and the Asuras, because the song is not happening at all. The songs are not performed. Again and again the instruments are performed. So Narada comes to the rescue of these two, and he says, let the songs be interspersed with the instrumental performance, so that the songs are liked by the Devatas and the instrumental music is liked by the Danavas, and so both are to be combined and performed, says Narada. That is given by Bharata in a very beautiful way. So this Nirgita, he says, is combined with the songs and it becomes Bahirgita, which is very much attracted the gods. And so Narada says, let this Nirgita, the instrumental presentation with the Gita, with the song, become Bahirgita, which will also attract the Devatas and the Danavas. Now, a list is given here by Bharata, considering who likes the form of these songs. He says, Pratyahara pleases the Rakshasas and the Pannagas, while Apsaras are delighted with the Avatarana. Gandharvas are pleased when the Arambha is performed. Performance of Ashravana, the Daityas are pleased. Vaktrapani pleases the Dhanavas, and Parighattana hosts the Rakshasas. Parighattana is liked by the Rakshasas. By Sangotana, Guhyakas are satisfied, and while Marga Sarita pleases the Yakshas. So when songs, these Gitakas are sung, the Devas enjoy themselves, and when these songs are sung, the Daityas and the gods are pleased on hearing the Gitakas, and Shiva, Rudra is pleased on the Vardhamanakas, because as we saw, Vardamanaka Yogeshu. In the Vardamanaka, you can use the Karanas and Angaharas, he says. The Karanas and Angaharas are used to expand the song, a particular Gita. So if the Gita, a song is there, we expand the song with the Swara patterns and the Gati patterns and the Jati patterns nowadays, Mridanga Yati patterns, which are to be combined or performed as Karanas and Angaharas in a performance. Similarly, in Parivartana, the Lokapalas are delighted because Parivartana refers to coming around the stage, walking around the stage. So naturally the Dikpalakas are delighted and the moon god is pleased when the benediction is sung, the Nandi is sung. And during the singing or reciting of the Avakrishta Dhruva, the Pitras, the ancestors are delighted. So this Avakrishta Dhruva, Shushkavakrishta Dhruva, which does not have a specific meaning, but it has a sense of pleasing the Pitras, Bharata says. And in the Rangadwara, Vishnu is pleased. And while the Jarjara ceremony pleases the leaders of the Vignas, on Chari is performed because it is Shringara based. So while Chari is performed, Uma or Parvati is delighted, and while Mahachari is performed, the Bhutas along with the Lord Shiva is delighted, and that is how all these gives delight to these gods, Asuras, Danavas and the Daityas, and thus a Purvaranga is fulfilled. Purvaranga is performed to invoke the blessings of the god and of course the Danavas and the Daityas. Namaste.